do with music. I understand. More than again, I care because someone can care better right now. I will not be able to do music. More than again, I'm a dem still.
Nakut gamere, muna la wane nga don jigen ya. Nga don jigen mom nga ñu gis la yaangi nice yaangi ni la buga use. You understand? So I'm able to get rich. Me living music and being in a marriage. Wow. That's the most regret. I'm gonna say it. I don't care what people gonna think.
Nika muna taucho, atututeha, kakanariha, beinte dango malopita. Hamnendenga pan, langa desi, yang fisanjitang, imam buki fansiala jachang. Walen, thank you.
Your favorite celebrities?
Ay gambela jegi balla kan kole ben text la ko montuma le ben jela Jay-Z nem Beyoncé ben tele discuss kay ko ya like men kan gambela rap dul ba piskay ben diskay to ma like men kay.
Who got the key to the city? Man put up a banana like it. Better than everybody still low key. Man check me banana like Ragaluma pussy boy mangi GPT. Man pull up a banana like party. So we outside. Party.
Assalamualaikum wa jërë ngeen jëf di leen dalal fii si Gambian Talents TV ni leen koy defee saa su ne rek di leen andal your favorite show di Celeb show ak tey nag moo ñëw fi ki nga xamante ne mooy ndaanaan ki leen dàq li ngeen def maa ngi fi ñëw ak ki nga xamante ne mooy kan Omid Wisdom Omid nuyu ne la.
fay naa leen man la seen mag seen raka seen nijaay seen doom seen mbokk seen xarit seen loolu ak loolu yéen xam ngeen Omid Wisdom. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who is Omid?
Omid Wisdom. It's Mr. O to the M-I-D. Anywhere I go, I don't need ID. For na guy money.
Okay. Okay. Omid is a new standard that serves as the digital middleman in the OMG.
OMID?
Yes. Process. So why do you choose Omid and add Wisdom? Because the name is literally sound interesting. So tell me.
You guys like asking me this question. I just responded to this in another interview that I had. But yeah, for the sake of those who are probably listening and watching and hearing me out for the first time, so that's Omid Wisdom, all right? You know, in this, let's say in this dunya, let's put it this way, right? You have systems that run this dunya, you understand? You have the financial systems, you have religious systems, you have political systems, and the list goes on. Comprende? Okay, but one of the categorizations of some of these systems, when it comes to, for example, things like health and religion, and you can classify it under Zion. Zion. You understand? Something that is ephemeral, something that is sort of like a utopia, you know. And then you have what you call Babylon. Babylon, Rasta always engage and burn down Babylon and everything. So sometimes the political side of things and all those, they put it under the whole Babylon. Okay, so Omid, Wisdom, you're looking at, Omid is Persian originally. Persian is a city, a kingdom, a place. Persia, is a city, a kingdom, a place, whatever. It's actually a city, you would say a kingdom, that was similar to Babylon. Understand? And then in this reality that we live in sort of like a modern day Babylon. We live in a modern day Babylon. But in the same time, for those people who are like into, like I said, into health, into what you call it, into religion and, you know, good stuff. They're in some kind of Zion or some kind of Ummah, depending on what your faith is. You understand? So Omid, Wisdom, you have Babylon, you have Zion. Wisdom is in the Zion reality. Omid is in the Babylon reality. You understand? Yeah. But now the meaning of Omid Wisdom, the word Omid is Persian for hope. Hope or life. Okay. So Sokobole, Omid Wisdom, living to become wiser, hoping to become wiser. Yeah. So that's with relationships, with friendships, with finances, with, you know, manam, whatever you see yourself doing, Omid wisdom means living to become wiser in a Babylonian system and in a Zion system mixed together. And the interesting thing about Omid wisdom, that name, let's say I would say you are an Omid wisdom. Dadu, are you not hoping to become wiser with your relationships?
Yeah, sure.
Are you not hoping to become wiser with your finances, your family ties and stuff? So you are an Omid wisdom. The cameraman behind is an Omid wisdom. The whole world is an Omid wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Kon ci ñen ñi nga xamantene yalla ni laccé Omid wisdom lu tax name ya nga gis ne jamono ji mom a leral na. So what is your real name?
Seiku.
Seiku.
Yes.
Seiku what?
Let's just keep it a Seiku.
So why?
Let's just keep it a Seiku. And the interesting thing about the Seiku, Seiku Sokonare Firi, it means he who learns. Originally from, the name is connected to Mali. Understand? It's connected to Mali, but it's also connected to the root word she. Understand?
Yeah.
So with she, when you say somebody becomes a she, dem na be jangi gestu, you know, what I guess is position bo no. No, wait, turbi.
Lele dama wala laje ndayo senga si boba.
Why one rane Omid wisdom is hoping to become wiser. So I'm hoping to not only get to the position of not the title of share, but the similitude. Just like a share.
Okay.
So Seiko and wisdom, manam is the same thing because Seiko means he who learns or he who wants to be wise, he who is wise. Why hamgare come Seiko bini, it's easier for the global wisdom. It could have been Omid Seiko. But it's still Omid Seiko wisdom. So it's like Omid wisdom.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay, you do a topic. Omid ban façon xalé la won. Which kind of a child? Xalé bu deger bopa. Kan na ban façon xalé la won?
Omid. Hey, I'm all with it. Getting that xalat to my childhood for real. But because I live very much in the present, I don't go that far in the past anymore. But if I have to really go back, Omid, not sub, that's curious. I don't think there's a specific word for curious in Wolof, so you're not like a sub. But I was very.
Wala kumpa.
Kumpa, sort of. Well, I'm an inquisitive one. I mind my business, but I'm how things work, you know, like what makes things work, operate, understand? So I was someone that was very inquisitive, you know, and it just led to what decade for example. You know.
So when school nga jange, fan nga graduated to high school levels?
Okay, so I went to École Française Internationale, the international French school in Fadjara, for Daughter. And then I graduate from nursery school, Madame Marina International School. Marina International School, that was comprehensive. And then, yeah, that's my...
Okay. So when do you start doing music?
When did I start doing music? Music,
Okay.
Si benen side bi si Zion bi.
Because
Zion. But yeah, music, because I remember when I was in like the 8th grade, grade 8, dama doon mën a nekk si classe bi léegi teacher bi dafa teach de xam nga boy rek ñun si gannaaw lañ doon toog.
Bagayaat.
Waaw. So maa ngi si gannaaw léegi wala teacher bi mu ngi rifin may amee notebook bi may amee suma rhyme book bi. O loo xam ne maa ngi bind ay rhymes. So da nga foog ne kii mu ngi si classe bi di jël note de fekk mu ngi bind ay rhymes or whatever. So dafa nekk loo xam ne dafa yàgg a nekk si man. But professionally as a career, because I'm music, you can start it as a passion, understand, and then take it as a career, and then it can develop to a business, understand. So right now, I'm in the music business itself with my company, Wisdom Worldwide, understand. But I would say as a career, I started professionally professionally, I would say 2016. Semi-professionally 2011, proper professionally 2016.
2016.
But semi-professionally 2011, last study, professional, why they understand how the professionalism of it goes. You know, yeah.
Yeah, we have seen over the years that you have been one of the leading cypher rap artists in the Gambia. Naka nga ko don maintain it?
You mean with the cipher?
Like, yeah, how do you maintain it?
Yeah, the cipher. The cipher is family, man. Because ñun bokon in si, man, I started off as a as an underground hip hop artist. The majority of us, we started off as hip hop artists. Understand? I remember I'm on a time Sawadi. Ken waruta wax ne dëkk bi dafa metti.
Kan la.
Pré. Former pré waxuma su nit ki bi de.
Kan mooy former pré?
Former pré now borom green bi. Waaw.
Yaa ko tuddee borom green bi su la fi fekkee.
Yow lan la ma def moom bu mu fi nekkoon waxoon na fii ne kenn waruta wax ne dëkk bi dafa metti.
Léegi yow da nga ko waxoon.
Man ma woy bu tudd Nation in Pain. Yow mosoo dégg welcome to the story of a nation in pain. Pain.
Léegi bu mu paree lu la def.
Déedéet boobu bu ñu si dugal boobu beneen waaye gars yi dañ ma jamono lijjante pour xam what I meant by story nation in pain waaye man li ma leen tontu mooy like anywhere you go around the world anywhere you go around the world there's an element of a nation in pain there. Understand? Whether you go to right now mun nga dem Angleterre wala nga dem America. Understand? Nga dem fu la ne Japan. am na yeneen areas yoo xam ne xoolal soo fa duggee non doo gom ne yaa ngi those kind of places da ngaa feel ne you're in a real nation in pain. Understand nga it's the same struggles that financial, economic, whatever struggles mu ngi foofu noonu tamit so anywhere can be a nation in pain. Man loolu laa leen tontu. It's not specifically Gambia daal. Waaw waaye ñëpp a xam lu time bi def anyways. You know what I mean?
So what inspired the establishment of the Omid Worldwide?
The Wisdom Worldwide.
Wisdom Worldwide, yeah.
What inspired it? The inspiration, well, Wisdom Worldwide started off during COVID. I'm not going to say the period of COVID inspired it. It's an inspiration that's already lived in me, but during COVID, it revealed itself. Manifested itself, revealed itself, whatever. Because I'm with time when artists in anybody on the deaf show, wow, so I'm talk COVID I have to make the most of my time still, you know what I mean? Sure, I'm ending all the different things that I normally do, under one umbrella and created this Wisdom Worldwide. More come voiceovers, modern deaf and different companies. I've done so many different voiceovers for, Gambian companies, international companies, the list goes on. So I'm an indie voiceover C. And I mean, people know me for so many different things, The sound branding, I produce and I make beats. I do sound branding for companies, you know what I mean? I do sound branding for companies because I'm the companies you have to come send branding with for this. Always, I'm on this favorite joke when they crack when I'm talking about sound branding. Sound branding, I'm okay. This guy, for example, Almaty mayonnaise. Could you Almaty mayonnaise? So I get some advert there. I just way Rihanna be come on, rude boy, when you get it up, go use come. Understand? Like, di ma buka hamay. Na mayonnaise be so like. Kali si borom jawari like. Understand? Mana mayonnaise be so like. I don't fight the man no. And I rude boy we will get it up because so I don't mayonnaise is an aphrodisiac. They may have got London for the debate. So that's like an incorrect branding. Understand a presentation. So one of the things that we do is even those little things matter. The sound that you pick for your branding, irrespective, different from even like the imagery and all that kind of stuff.
So how has this impacted the life of the young people?
I mean, I always find this question quite interesting. Because every time people ask, they always ask young people, what's wrong with the old people? That's what I want to understand. Don't you, for example, your father or your mother, don't you want to impact them positively?
Of course, yes.
Nobody father marry, every time
they don't
need impact.
Of course they do, but like right now, you don't want to focus on the young people.
On the young people.
Because you're not the future of tomorrow.
Okay. let me revert to your question. And how has it imparted the lives of the young people? Young people are budding in, you know. But one thing I can say for sure, before even Wisdom Worldwide became a a company registered and everything, I had a fan base. I still do. Most of my fans are grown now. Some are still young. Some are Gen Z, and they must on every day say what's up in send Lolo. But I had a fan base called Learned Nation. Learned Nation. One of the things that I used to put in the minds of the young people is how to be self-taught. I'm gonna fake a boy time, you talk sister, I see corner, with nothing to do. It's like YouTube, for example. Let me just use YouTube as an example because apps body in, but YouTube the funny app anything, almost anything that you want to learn. So you have no excuse to sit and say that man, there's a lot of skills you can learn on that YouTube. Understand? For example, later YouTube munala janga noy later. Ana hamulolo. Jaro nga dem school nga fay mun nga def lolo after. Why is it daring me? So YouTube is like a good push. So I have a lot of young people that I've, dealt with, see the area of learning and how to be self-taught. Motor fan club in today called Learned Nation. Instead of being a nation in pain, how do we turn that nation in pain into a learned nation? And presently, Malawi, I have, you talk, see, as member of parliament, some of my fans are in there. Wow. Understand? And if you talk to them, before you met Omid, how was your life? They would tell you, man, they couldn't hit now by this time, my dog get still. But Omid more in a different way of seeing life. You understand So that's just one example of how my whole trajectory from, nation, from Learned Nation to Wisdom Worldwide has affected young people. And there's so many examples. So many. I can give a collective, I can give, person by person. But right now, in this particular interview, I chose to use that guy as an example. So imagine if Mongi, as member of parliament right now, what about others? So the impact is massive. There's a lot of people that have impacted positively. Yes.
So naka nga convince somebody can have a new a project with the Wisdom Worldwide. Naka nga ko explain na yow lan nga nekk di def right now.
So Wisdom Worldwide itself, it's a company. It's not only a project. It's a company that has projects. Understand? For example, right now I'm not being a Buma Binda. Santa Yellow. I've always wanted to write a book. People have always told me I should write a book. So I wrote a book called Seasons and Harmonies in Africa. Understand? And the book is an anthology to an album I'm working on. And the album is also called Seasons.
Seasons.
Understand? So Seasons and Harmonies in Africa, a book, it's talking about some parts of my journey as an artist and as a person, as an artist, as an entrepreneur, businessman, all that. But some parts of, because book the name, it's not only Seasons and Harmonies in Africa, it has a sub-name, which is from ancient Africa to West Africa, or to Gambia, to Omid Wisdom, and to you.
So today season.
Okay, there's a saying by Yonante Yala Suleiman. I think a lot of people know who that prophet from a long time is. And he says that there's a time for everything. There's a season for every activity under the sun. Just like how everyone is an Omid Wisdom. Every Omid Wisdom has a season of their life. You're in this season, you're preparing to get married, so your whole life is surrounded by that season. There are good seasons, there are seasons that are not so. Just like how, there's rainy season, hot season and whatever you call it. Honestly, I'm explaining. That's how every individual human being, I'm going to seasons. So for example, man, as an artist, they feel, okay, hit na get na dega music, in like a wisdom sim music be. The forget a drop track or something. Why I figure because I'm also an actor. 2019 we did a movie called Can't Have It All. Mashallah, Santayala. The movie did very well. It got featured on Iroko TV you know, it's Nigeria. You want to have Iroko TV. Sister, thinking over Nigerian films and stuff. So Iroko TV, imagine a Gambian movie that made it as far as Iroko TV. Africa Magic, so people in like Southern Africa, understand Central Africa, you know, all getting to watch a Gambian movie. So, head nanga getting my day, see music, why I shoot movie, I see movie world, understand my experience. I get a drop track, why I'm doing something else. Like during the 2021 election, I was fortunate, I would say opportune actually, not fortunate, I'm always fortunate. I was opportune to do the voiceovers for Honorable Hussein Odabo. Understand? Everything's in Dembe, you know, I'm gonna be the yalla. Like, then I did for Honorable President Honorable, you know.
So danga gena lo yada wala.
So it be man BBC then my contact for interview man. And bugana how come man my father saw you know, full voiceover for a documentary. Man, you know, and this is the same thing that I say in response to people, in response to this question. For me, for example, it's not about politics. It's about my services for Gambians. Wisdom Worldwide services is for Gambians. Whether you need a voiceover from us, whether you need some sound branding from us, you need young intimacy for modeling. We have a modeling agency, understand, with Wisdom Worldwide. That we run, and there's so many different things that we do, but our services are for Gambians, whether you are UDP or you are NPP.
For how long and only get UDP and then NPP?
No, so it's not like a political affiliation. Man, example, GTTV again call me. Man, GTTV. Man, I'm into documentaries as well. We Wisdom Worldwide in collaboration with GTTV, Jobnin Fibena documentary. Understand? Where iScript wrote the documentary. We were the wonderful editors from GTTV. Send GTTV, understand? And so that's what I do. A company, an individual needs my services. I come, we work. When the work is finished, ta-da, I go my own.
So you naka ko de ko be like yaa def music, yaa def dimela model binda bi script bi nga bolante all together.
I'm go waxon na dama inquisitive suma time hale. Sop. Buga mun lu nek buga. You know, they normally say you can't be a jack of all trade and a master of none. But you see, in life, sometimes you can challenge certain norms. Understand? You become a master at one thing, but then we live in a world being a hamne. You have to learn how to multitask. Understand? You have to learn how to multitask, and also have to be. If you're multi-talented, you have to be disciplined enough. So it's just about discipline. And then it's just discipline. You know, I calendar myself in seasons. Understand? It can be this week, this month. I know, okay, I have this to do with movies, film, world, with music, with sound branding, with voiceovers, with documentary production, with all the different things with the modeling agency. Balamanyofi, I actually came from a rehearsal, you know, and I'm probably going back because we have an event that one of our partners, Wisdom Worldwide, Friends Associates, has an event on the 18th of November. Omid, more in November, more Friday.
Yeah, Omid.
Hold on, more 18th of November. Friday, you know, how many of our fake you know, this would be, when is this been released? Saturday. On the 19th.